All right, we're live.
We live. Let's do it.
All right. I'm Trish da Dish, live and lively all the way from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. You are here for Mana'o at Home. This is episode number 20. Can you believe it, kids? 20 weeks, 20 different artists, an eclectic collection of Maui's best. And today we have a very special guest coming up. Stay tuned, lots to talk about. I want to send a happy birthday out to my love, Chino Bra. He's 34 today, 34, young, good man. Very happy to have him in my life. He's also my music director. I don't know if you heard that little ditty. He likes to start our show. I also want to give a shout out to MauiHub.org. There's no better time to support our local farmers. And we've been getting most of our groceries from Maui Hub. You just go to MauiHub.org. It's much cheaper than shopping at the markets. And you also get to support farmers down the street. It's really, really cool. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome our special guest today. He is such a cool soul. He's a soul soldier for real. He's full of love and light and passion and dedication. He's a wonderful lyricist, bass player, guitar player, drummer, producer, designer, and now entrepreneur. This man is all over the place. We love Koa Lopes. He's from Innovision, and if you don't know who they are, you've been living under a rock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about, so I'm going to stop yapping and welcome Koa Lopes and his friends from Cali. What's up, Koa?
Everything's good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Right on.
Thanks for the amazing introduction.
Well, you're quite a wheelhouse, buddy. I mean, I see you around Kihei. I had no idea you were such a big deal. I would have interviewed you on my other radio show.
I keep busy, you know. I keep doing. I push the music in whatever way I can push the music.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a lot going on this week. I mean, what a blessing in disguise. I asked you to be on the show to get points with my boyfriend because he's a big fan. And then also I was just seeing you so impressively online, just every day on Instagram and showing all these great tracks. And I find out your album drops tomorrow, 2020 Vision, which we're going to talk a lot about.
Tomorrow, definitely.
You're up for a Hōkū. It's just this Sunday, which is like the Grammys of Hawaii, as we like to call them. And then also you're going to be shooting music videos from SoCal to Florida. And you've also you've got a lot of cool stuff going on. I can't wait to talk about it. And you're just such an interesting cat. So let's get this party started. Who are those two guys hanging out in the living room with you?
This is Preston. Preston Cross from Long Beach. And John from New York City.
New York City. It's John's birthday as well.
It's John's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
It's part of my touring crew out here in the States. They've been touring with me for a few years now, and we became good buddies, and we're just hanging out and celebrating, working, mixing it all together.
Yeah. How's it feel to get off the rock for a little bit? It's been such a year, man.
It feels really good. You know, I mean, home is always good. It's beautiful. I'm a busy body, so I'm used to the quick paced life, and I was talking to my plants too much.
I bet they grow.
A little crazy. I was playing my songs to a couple of my banana trees.
Oh, nice. We have bananas in our backyard that Chino just cut. They're torpedoing.
When I set up, when this album release started coming up, I knew that for me to make it as big as I want to, or big as that it could be, that I needed to get off the rock and push it to the markets that I'm always in, you know. I know already that the Maui Ohana got my back no matter what, so I had to get out and push, and Hawaii got my back no matter what, so I got to get out and push it further to spread the message, you know. And sometimes physically you got to get out there and I'll shove it in people's face.
Shove it in our ear holes. Thank you very much.
You know, and I wanted to take all my fans and my listeners on the journey too, like you said, like with the social media stuff. I've been making a lot of videos, and I figured it would be cool to take all my fans along with the album week to come out, follow me while I'm in California, while I'm in Florida, wherever else I may be, you know.
Well, we really appreciate it because we'll be talking more about all the variety of producers. You have Choke guest stars on this album, and we'll be talking about the meaning behind it. If you don't know Innovision, they're like Maui's original roots reggae sensation. I remember when I first moved to the island, you couldn't go into a radio station without an Innovision CD. You guys did a good job of promoting, I remember. And you guys are just, you know, synonymous with like good vibes. And like, you know, I love your lyrics. I really like this new album. And so I know you're gonna be doing a kind of a fun little teaser set today, which I'm excited about. We'll be talking more stories. So let's get the music started and then we'll come back and talk more, okay?
Okay.
Let's do this. Koa Lopes, guys. Woo!
I'm doing first. All right, all right. This song is called Bad off the album Lifted. Ooh, yeah, la right. Oh, yeah. Well, everywhere we go, all the people check for beer. They heard about my style, I represent Maui. If you're coming with Babylon, the cause no folly. If you do, you're gonna end up with a tight emergency. So check up on my lyrics, make sure them come correct. There's a gang of ammunition, and I'm ready to eject. I'm ready to go fire shots. There's a siren, put the rifle and they get down fire word instead. Well, give me the microphone one time. When I put them instruments in the palm of me hand. When I do it for them, I do it for our fans. And do it for my tiny Hawaiian island. I do it for my culture, reggae make a stand. I do it for them dancehall in Caribbean. I do it for them Asians in Jamaica. And especially for my people, the true Hawaiians. Yeah. Bad, bad, bad to the bone. Innovision be the sound that you can condone. Yeah. Bad, bad, we're bad like lions. I represent the movement for Pacific Islands. Bad, bad, we're bad to the bone. You real sound, the masses in the zone. Bad, bad, we're bad like lions. I roots musician, show meditation. But when it's all done, in a life the champion. Journey around the world to the Maya's region. With the people in the White House and people in the slum. With the life is opportunity for me, get on mix. So I say that now I'm doing my thing. I live in my head when I put them sing and read the life and live in the scene. Motivation and they try to bring my problems, they working while they grow her musician. So determine your body and mind, nothing will ever come close. Oh yeah, alright. Oh yeah. Oh no, see my vision and imperial sound, yeah. Come again, one more time for imperial beach roots musician. Oh yeah, alright. Oh yeah, bad, bad, bad to the bone. Innovision be the sound that you can condone. Bad, bad, bad like lions. I represent the movement from Pacific Islands. Bad, bad, we're bad to the bone. Imperial sound, no masses in the zone. Bad, bad, bad like lions.
Ow!
Thank you.
Going crazy over here. The bananas are fucking waving in the back. Woo! No, yeah, it's kind of weird. We have to like recreate the energy of a live show, and it's just me, but I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's better you than nobody.
Right? So once again, guys, we're here live with Koa Lopes of Innovision. This is Nā Hōkū at home. We're so happy to have you. Koa, so you're on the West Coast right now, which is, it's when people are like traveling, it's like exciting because we've been all trapped at home, you know?
Yeah.
So I bet it's, you know, exciting to be on the mainland, but also like you get to like see your friends. Like, I think, I don't know if a lot of people know that Innovision is like a movement. It's not just Maui based now. You have
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your family across the world right now, the Innovision family.
Sure. Innovision has grown all over now, and you know, we started off on Maui, and the core group that started is from Maui. But as we started traveling, we started bridging the gaps, and now I have band members that are from California, from Florida, from Boston, New York City, like all over the place, you know. And I I did what I had to do to keep the dream alive, and these guys have turned into my brothers, you know. And just recently too, these guys came to Hawaii in February this year, and it was their first time performing in the islands too. So I even brought them over to Hawaii, and to meet some of the crew out there, and the boys that have started, and even some of the core guys that started the band still play at home when we have shows. So it's kind of a collective, and I'm just like, I leave the door open for everybody, and whoever wants to contribute to the movement, like we just put in our work, and I'm grateful for that. I'm super blessed because I couldn't do it without everybody giving the time, and the touring is not easy, you know, going out for a couple months at a time, and not, you know, just that grind is a grind. So I'm stoked for the people that want to be a part of it still.
You know, and before this pandemic, years before, you're used to getting off the rock for tours. You know, like you said, like you tour Hawaii Islands, maybe winter and summer, but I mean, you're in Europe. I'm so excited to hear that how much you guys have been sharing your sound in Europe, and I want to hear a little bit more about that. Like you were talking about the European tour, the Jazz Fest, which I looked up, which is insane. The talent that was on that. Wow.
I was very honored last year to travel to Europe for the first time, and share Innovision music. And I got to big up Tribal Seeds for that, because it was their tour that they were on. And they extended the invite for me to roll on the tour with them and perform a few songs, and a couple of the shows do my own little set. Their drummer and their guitar player also play with me sometimes too, so their band already knows my stuff, so it was easy for me to just tag along and do it, you know. Well, we performed in London, in Amsterdam, Switzerland, Switzerland was the Montreal Jazz Festival, which is legendary.
Mm-hmm.
This year there was Elton John and Janet Jackson as headliners, like real crazy. And I even went into the museum there in Switzerland, and like how it started from just like all the way back to the Michael Jackson days and stuff, performing at that stuff, you know, like it was pretty wild.
You're in good company. It's pretty
humbling. It was just like to see how far reggae music is, and just music in general is a big thing, you know. Also performed at the Summer Jam Festival in Cologne, Germany, which was a bucket list of mine for many years. And that was, you know, 30,000-40,000 people. And it was wild, you know. Buju Banton was a headliner.
Oh, nice.
Everybody you can think of plays on that festival. And to represent Hawaii on that scale was a big thing. The reggae music has been a part of that touring circuit for a long time in Europe, before the American scene. So to see the difference in how like reggae is not a new thing there, you know, it's been going. Bob Marley lived in London. That's where he got big. That's where he performed and traveled all before the American scene kind of got big with reggae music. So to feel and see the history of that whole thing was pretty incredible and inspiring, and made me want to just push more to travel more, you know.
It's like two different, you're like all the way across the world from each other, but you're still sharing the same message, you know, and it's really cool. I just really love that.
Yeah. And we also played in France.
In France.
Yeah, France. So it was, I think, a 5 or 6 tour, and it was wild because every day we had a show. We played like 5-6 nights straight, and we was just constantly flying trains and just it was a cool experience coming from our little island, you know.
Are you right? I love touring. When I tour with Chino, I love touring, but it's not as glamorous as everyone thinks sometimes, you know. But
Yeah.
then it is still worth it. It's so worth it.
No, you gotta be built for that stuff.
Yeah, it's not for the meek. Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear some more music, Koa, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Jamaica and Jamrock and how much Damian Marley's been a part of who you are. Coming up next, so let's hear some more tunes from live from the living room in San Diego.
Love to the people on the east end, out in Hana, rest and relaxation. Love to the people on the west end, temperature rising from all your investing. Love to the people on the south side, well, south side dirty, we're making that money. Love to the people on the north side, that's where I'm from, all my friends and family. As far back as I can meditate, recognize the quality of life is great. In my eyes I've accepted fear, due to surroundings in a spiritual place. And I got to get away from the crime, places you can run to all the time. Somewhere to relax your mind, ease out the pressures and press rewind. I get into a state of mind, accept the vibes that you know's not right. I'll need that personal time, wherever be I must seek and find. We say love to the people on the east end, out in Hana, rest and relaxation. Love to the people on the west end, temperature rising from all the investing. Love to the people on the south side dirty, making that money. Love to the people on the north side, that's where I'm from, all my friends and family. Well, as soon as I get into the jungle, herbs that we're blazing is keeping me humble. And you got to be aware, and you never wanna stumble or fumble. Cause if you're going up on the cliff, then you're looking at the tumble, and it's a rumble. Love to the people on the east end, out in Hana, rest and relaxation. Love to the people on the west end, temperature rising from all the investing. Love to the people on the south side dirty, making that money. Love to the people on the north side, that's where I'm from, all my friends and family. Thanks for my people, my roots and my culture. I love the genres in how we can remember. Give thanks for my island inspiration, teaching me knowledge and the natural education. Where pursue to the most happy, my time is finished. Remember that you blessed me with the land of the spirit, real recognize real every day. That's why I got to get away. Love to the people on the east end, out in Hana, rest and relaxation. Love to the people on the west end, temperature rising from all the investment. Love to the people on the south side dirty, making that money. We love to the people on the north side, that's where I'm from, all my friends and family. Track called the East End.
Ow, ow! I mean, it's like only 4 o'clock here. I'm like, yeah, I want to drink and I'm ready to party.
Hey girl, I see your eye spots right behind you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, here we are live with Koa Lopes. I love your band. Who knew a box could sound so good? What's up for birthday boy John in the back? I love it.
Yeah, so we forgot the cajon at home. We got stuff on in Long Beach, so I'm making do.
We got the White Claw box.
It's actually flushable wipes.
Oh, flushable.
Oh, lovely. Oh, keeping it clean. Keeping it clean for this set.
Environmentally friendly.
That just shows you can make music anywhere out of anything. I love it. Now, Ko, I want to talk a little bit about Jamrock, and I know you've been there 4 times on the Jamrock Cruise, and I love how you said you were a student, you know, and more than a performer. Tell us a little bit about that and your experience.
Yeah.
And what that is for those that don't know.
Maybe about 5 years ago, they started this Jamrock Cruise. Damian Marley put on this cruise from Miami to Jamaica, and it was just like the most legendary lineup that you could ever witness. You know, it was like incredible. All these artists all on the ship for a week straight, and it just music nonstop. You know, so I started going on that cruise about 5 or 6 years ago. And now I must have been 4 or 5 times. It's an annual cruise, but it inspired me a lot. You know, I got to really observe the stage show, the performances, and more just get down to the roots of the music that we're playing. You know, also get to just explore Jamaica and tap into the culture, and you get so much more of a IV, you know, when you get there, and it's just something that you can't imagine, especially for a reggae lover to go to Jamaica. Like, you don't realize how engulfed in reggae that culture is.
Mm-hmm. It's their religion.
It's like, you know, and how proud of it. You know, they're so proud of what they do, and I mean, of course, you know, but it was just life-changing for me. So I've been about 4 or 5 times now, and I met a lot of great people on the cruise, which I share my music with. I've never been a performer on the cruise yet, you know, but I would go and network and meet management and agencies and artists, and I'd have like a pocket full of like 50 thumb drives with all of my skills and
you're so good. You're so smart.
In boxes of CDs that I just like constantly networking, you know, so it became like a end of the year business trip for me / vacation, and I feel like that excursion, or that whatever you call it, that journey has molded me into who I am, you know, because I got to experience all that stuff,
and then when you craft music, it comes out in little pieces, and it's
yeah, definitely. So all my travels kind of mold me into who I am and where the music comes from, whether it's Jamaica, Europe. I used to go to Tahiti a lot, which Tahiti I got a lot of inspiration from in my younger years. I actually came up with the idea of the band of Innovision while I was in Tahiti.
Oh, nice.
I used to go to Tahiti for every year on surf trips with my buddies, and we were young. But I always played music, and I've always had bands throughout my life. And I remember getting the inspiration when I was there one year, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to start this new band, Innovision, you know? So that, all of those cultures have played a big part on
who you are. And in fact, you opened, I think it was in 2013, for Damian Marley and Santa Gold at the Map.
Yeah,
that was a sick show.
Done a few times, yeah, but that was a big time. I think we just came off a tour, and we got offered that show to open up for Damian, and
what a rush to have him in your home island, and you're just like.
I mean, we played really early. There was not too much people there, but
we were there. We were there.
I got to go hang out backstage a little bit and just listen to the vibes from him and his words of wisdom and knowledge, and he was one of my biggest inspirations, you know, and you can kind of tell from the style that I come at that it's molded after that, you know.
Yeah. And just recently, or unless you guys opened for UB40 in the last few years, right? At the Blaisdell?
Yeah, the Blaisdell Arena, which is like
on Oahu.
One of the venues in Hawaii, you know, and I mean, everybody plays at the Blaisdell, the big timers from Lil Wayne to Mariah Carey to be on that, Bruno Mars, whatever, And so we got to play on the big stage there and open up for the legendary UB40, and that I feel like that was a pinnacle for Innovision performing in Hawaii.
That's a feather in your cap for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't really get much bigger than that. Yeah, yes, you're headlining and stuff, but
yeah,
opening, I'll take it.
Yeah. So, well, you'll be headlining, and they'll be the up and comers opening for you. So don't worry. Especially after this album, shoots. I can't wait to talk. So let's hear some more music, and then we'll come back and we're gonna talk all about 2020 vision. I can't wait. What you got for us next?
This next song. So the first ones I played, they're off the first albums, the Live at Imperial and Lifted album. And I'm going to do one more, a little older one, and then I'll get to like the new ones. Get your fire in the morning time. Molly coffee come my just sees off my mind. When I drop my ear, back my head on wine. Give thanks and praise another day of sunshine. Burn up the power in my studio. Put down the tunes with the mind control. Rock it there to make the drum and the bass sound great. Put a big smile upon my face with one thing that I never turn my back on is rebel music, rebel music. One thing that I never gonna slack on is rebel music. Love for music is heartbeat in my life. You never steer me wrong, always by my side. Rebel music is serious business. I can't keep away. Can't take a day if there is no time wasting. Sound wave come in the form of job blessing. Pass through my heart from my head to my toe. And then I'ma say I can't let it go, can't let it go. Who no wanna be full time composition, feeling and expression, opinions and emotion. There are many certain that are in a situation. Only judge our music for some type of recollection. With one thing that I never turn my back on is rebel music, rebel music. One thing that I never gonna slack on is rebel music. A love for music is heartbeat in my life. You never steer me wrong, always by my side. Rebel music is serious business. I can't keep away. Every day I get up and you wish to have on me. You get a cut and you wish to have it here. Say you cannot accept to judge who's real. Then Mr. Money, what's the deal? You say you have everything inside and see that you and them kids you wish to have up here. You are the one who hurt and now you are the one to feel everything. Nothing can you share. Them ain't going nowhere, no time soon. Them come from the east and they come in fully more. Planted the garden, I wish that you were bloom. I wanna take one thing that I never turn my back on is rebel music, rebel music. One thing that I never gonna slack on is rebel music. Love for music is heartbeat in my life. Never steer me wrong, always by my side. Rebel music is spiritual gifts. I can't keep away. Song called Rebel Music.
Oh yeah. If you don't know that song, you're just not listening to music, man. I tell you. That song, I as soon as you played it, it just took me back to good times, you know, that I've heard you play that live from, who knows, Lab, Diamonds, Mulligans, who knows? Like,
yeah.
Every time, or any time Q103. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite songs to jam.
Yeah, you always have a smile on your face because it's funny. You're so sweet and nice, but sometimes when you're promoting, you look so like tough and hard. You know, it's not tough, but you're like you just are like, you have like more of a, you just have like a very strong face, you know, and a lot of the promoting. And then when I'm talking to you, it's so smiley and happy. You're such a genuine soul. So thank you so much for bearing your soul. I know.
Yeah, no, it is what
You
it
like
is.
to be behind the scenes more.
Whatever comes out, you know.
Well, thank you so much. We are live from the living room in San Diego. We have birthday boy John and Prestong and Koa Lopes. And don't forget, guys, this is one of Koa's gigs. So if you're feeling tipsy, at Innovision is on Venmo. Super easy. You just click, give them some cash. Every little bit counts. But another thing you can do is buy the new album, which we're going to be talking about right now. It's called 2020 Vision. And if you go to innovisionmusic.com, you can pre-order from there. And we'll be talking more about the bundle. But let's talk a little bit about 2020 Vision. And, you know, we were talking yesterday how you manifested this title. And that it was, you know, even though this year's been tumultuous times, you were committed to naming this album 2020 Vision. And I'm glad you did, because it's great. It rings true, and it's your vision, you know, for the last year. You've been working really hard, and such a collection of sounds from your journeys. And tell us a little bit about the how this album was born, or how it came together, 2020 Vision, which drops tomorrow. Woo!
The songs for this album, they're a work in progress over the past few years. I knew for a long time that 2020 Vision, I definitely wanted to drop an album this year. From 5-6 years back, I was like manifesting this album and the title. As far as the songs go, you know, I never really forced it. It was kind of one of the first organic records that I just kept recording. And when I found the songs that I really liked, I was like, all right, this one's gonna make it. And I didn't really stop. I'm always recording, but once I got this collection of songs, I put it together as a whole story, or like as a book, you know. So like from the front, the beginning of the album to the end, everything kind of flows, and the messages of the album are well-rounded. You know, it's not all love songs, it's not all political, it's not all ganja songs. It's kind of just something you can listen to and get a grasp of the overall intent of the music and Innovision music, you know, and myself. So I think also this is one of the first albums where I really did everything 100% how I liked it. Rather, even if I knew it was going to take 2 months longer or a month longer to get this little detail ironed out, I did it, you know. Whereas before, I was kind of rushing things on other albums. I was like, you know, we got to be on this deadline, we have this tour. And this one, I kind of just was like, hey, when it's ready, it'll be ready, you know. I knew it had
the luxury that this year you had. Go ahead.
But yeah, so the album is just, it's a big album. It's 17 tracks. It features a million styles from Sweden, out of Europe, and he's a big influence of mine since I was young as well. It features Bamboo Station from the Virgin Islands. Ian Young, Gonzo of Tribal Seeds, and also some of my Hawaii brethren like Kanakaman from Kapu System, and Kayaman, which is my day one brethren that played original keysy for Innovision. And this is his first track out singing too.
Wow.
As far as production and producers, there was a handful of producers. Leslie Ludiazo, which is a music director and producer for The Green and J-Boog and a lot of bands. He produced about half the album. And also Rick Hayes, which is my buddy from Florida. He did more of the hip-hop reggae track sounding tunes on the album. And a few others like Louis Castle from out here, San Diego, is a keyboardist for Travel Seas and everything. And some that I produced it myself as well. So I believe that when well, for me, I like to have a lot of producers on the album because it gives you a lot of different sounds. And
Yeah.
If it's just like one producer or like just one band playing all the time, you kind of get the same thing. But I have a guy for the more soulful stuff, guy for the hip hop, guy for the roots, you know.
Nice.
And, you know, we tracked the song together. We produced a song together called Next Gal on the album also. And so there's a lot of musicians and a lot of producers on the album to give it a well-rounded sound.
It's a labor of love, this one. Woo.
Yeah, and you know, it really is a work of me traveling and meeting all these souls all over the place, you know, and everybody putting their influence into the album. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you got Long Beach in the room, New York City, Maui.
I mean, there's not just
It's
there's
cool.
not just one guitar player, you know, there's 3-4 guitar players on the album to give you different sounds. There's different keyboarders, drumming, like a lot went into it. It's mixed and mastered by Ian Young. The one part that I do like to kind of keep the same is the mixing and mastering, because I do like things sounding engineer-wise close to everything, you know. But
So
yeah, I'm hyped on it.
yeah, I love your don't wait on others attitude too. Like you were like, I'm doing the designing, I'm doing these edits, you know, when it comes to promotion and graphics.
Yeah. You know, I
love that.
this past quarantine, I took on a couple new roles. I started like producing my own videos and graphic designing, easy stuff, nothing too crazy, you know, but just picking up little things on my own that I can do and not have to, because I like a lot of content and I like dishing things out really fast, you know.
Yes, you do.
I like saving money too. So
Yeah. Oh, me too. It's a hobby. I know that you guys are really enjoying this episode. By the way, if you just tuned in, it will be available on ManaoRadio.com. And also we have a YouTube channel for Manao Radio. And of course, IGTV, which I saw you shouting out to the IGTV. I like how this is double broadcasting right now.
double.
Woo woo! What's up, Instagram? Woo! And the album releases tomorrow, 2020 Vision. Really exciting, from Innovision. And one of my favorite things about it is the bundle, which we talked about yesterday. You want to share a little bit about, because like you don't usually get this cool of a bundle when you buy a CD. They're like, here's a sticker and a pin. Like,
so I'm all about giving out a full experience, you know. So in this 2020 bundle that you can order online right now, you get the album, you get a vinyl, and you get a 8-ounce bag of our signature coffee, Spaz coffee, and you'll get, I don't know if this is an experience, but you get a 2020 mask, you know, like the grim mask, the whole sleeve.
Sign of the times.
Yeah. So it's you know, if I could throw a little joint in there for you, I would too.
Okay. Hey, in Cali you can. Unfortunately, Maui not yet.
You can, yeah. But yeah, so you can order the bundle. It's online at innovisionmusic.com, and you get all of that. You can also get a lot of our exclusive merchandise online. We have sweaters, shirts, hats, beanies, all that stuff. But supporting us with the bundle is the best thing you can do.
Well done, entrepreneur Koa. I'm going to use the mask as a hair wrap.
Yeah, that's the thing with the mask that we got. You can tie them up as a bandana and just be a wrap, or a scrunchie, whatever you want. You know?
Put it on your dog. I like that.
Put it on your dog if you got a little one.
Or yeah, maybe not for a big one. That's true. You could have like a sleeve. I'm just kidding. All right, cool. Well, let's hear some more music. Thanks so much for sharing. Don't forget, guys, tip the talents at Venmo. It's super easy. $5, $10, $20, $100, whatever you want to do. Innovision on Venmo. Thanks for being here. I'm Trish. I'm a Nā at home. What you got for us, Koa?
I'm going to play a couple songs from the new album, 2020 Vision. This one is called Stick to Your Roots. Stick to your roots. Stick to your roots. Stick to your roots. Check for the roots and culture. Never deal with crime and vultures. There's no it a stretch like a physical. This shall keep it spiritual. Why you so magnificent? Trouble me I deal because you're well worth it. Watch the way I pray and watch the way I start again. Make your body move anytime me in the tune. We could have been if you're not ever feel serenity. You know the rules give me identity. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth. Talking about the boy that tried to make a better way. Spoiling about our food and mama slaving every day. You're talking about trouble, just chatty and complain. Work harder. Well, so many of people chanting, but no action done in time. You're comfortable and relaxing, need a people when you fall. But nothing are getting handed to you, no fall from the sky. Work harder. Yeah, just work harder. Yeah, just work harder, harder, harder. Just work harder. Just work harder, harder, harder. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to your road. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth.
Ow, ow! Gotta get that applause machine. I ordered it. It didn't come in yet. The little thing that's like, they're going crazy. They're going crazy. That was a little, oh, this album's going to be so good. I'm loving all your Instagram teases. That's literally the last like month and a half. I just go to your Instagram. I'm like, what do you post today? And I love Spaz, to be honest. That song gets me, that's what I put on my story today.
Huh?
It gets me pumped. I'm like, yeah, I like that one.
That was like one of the biggest genre bending songs we put out. You know?
Yeah, well, you're always trying to bend. That's the cool thing about Innovision. You guys are never standing still. Like you're always, experimenting with new sounds and broadening roots. Roots is so big now. It's such a reggae and roots is big.
I feel like this album is creating its own genre, and we're kind of paving our own lane. That's what Innovision always was about, was originality and not sounding like anybody.
That's good. That's amazing.
Spaz, did you watch the music video?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I just watched your Instagram. There's a music video?
There's a music video that we filmed earlier this year before the whole shit show shut down.
Oh, that's right, in July. Yes.
No, in February.
Oh, no, I haven't. I'll have to link.
Yeah, so we did, we performed at the One Love Festival, and we did a bunch of other stuff before all this closed down. So yeah, make sure you check out the video. That was our last video that we dropped, a music video.
Cool. Right on. I'll be sharing that because you have an event. I've just been sharing little goodies about you. So it'll still be open. I'll still be sharing goodies.
Nice.
I like that one. And like your album Link Up was nominated for a Hōkū. And then this year you're nominated for your Best Hits compilation, which is called Best Yet, which that album is really good because it's like just hammer. It's like every single song is a hit, and I mean, I'm rooting for you, and I can say that I haven't been promoting any other reggae artists from the collection on the ballot, so I really hope you win. And it's so interesting, the Hōkūs are online this year. You guys don't get to go do all the fancy clothes and go to Oahu. Right. But did you send in an acceptance speech? Didn't you have to do that?
Yeah, I did send in one. It was kind of awkward, but I did. It's like, hey, send in a speech just in case you do win, but yeah,
I know. Exactly.
I'm like, yes, thank you so much.
And then thank you so much. And then like someone else comes on, you're like,
ugh. About 100 times because I every time I watched it back, I was like, dude, that is so cheesy.
I was watching Rabbit.
Everybody does.
Funny.
Nowadays, everybody does it, so you have to get used to the times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I did do one, and for me, just being nominated and recognized in that whole organization and amongst my peers is a win.
Yeah, my Oli's on there. I mean, yeah, good company.
Yeah, a lot of people, and to contribute to my culture, you know, and being stamped in history of Hawaiian music culture is a win already.
I feel like if you move to Maui and envision like your album should be in like the welcome packet. Be like, here, this is local music.
That for sure.
I'll work with Hawaiian Airlines. We'll try to get a packet.
I need to get a song on that Hawaiian Airlines.
Hawaiian Airlines, call me, Trish da Dish. You guys don't forget we're here with Koa Lopes of Innovision. You can tip him at Innovision on Venmo. He's joined by his brothers from another mother, Preston and John. I love it. Preston and John, we're making it fancy. So don't forget to stay tuned for the Hōkū and root for Innovision. I really hope they win. That'd be really cool. That'd be their first Hōkū. Let's hear some more music, man. This episode's going so fast. We only have like 10 minutes left. That's great. Let's play some more music. Thanks for being here.
Never gonna be a pushover. Always gonna stand and be a soldier. Even when my lifestyle in danger. One life to live in is not giving up. One life to live is not giving up. When I'm feeling stressed, gonna take a little time. Postpone my reaction before I get it out alive. Think about my outcome, not gonna play, I need a side. You know my get it in and I get it back. Cause you know my temper get the best of me sometimes. I was just a little young and never like surprise. Call out any vision and mistake me for a child. Every day me still again. Never gonna be a pushover. Always gonna stand and be a soldier. Even when my lifestyle in danger. One life to live in is no giving up. One life to live is no giving up. Never gonna be a pushover. Always gonna stand and be a soldier. Even when my lifestyle in danger. One life to live in is no giving up. One life to live. But if I'm mandated, then you know the man alive. We don't want no time, one take another style. Goes round, we like we deal with sunshine. The respect behind that me culture, me life. Rough standing work, outstanding vibes. Substanding woman, heights good and reach high. We no play with danger, we no play with time. Giving thanks to life, from giving thanks. Every time I be a pushover, always gonna stand and be a soldier. Even when my lifestyle in danger. One life to live in is not giving up. One life to live is not giving up. Never gonna be a pushover. Always gonna stand and be a soldier. Even when my lifestyle in danger. One life to live in is not giving up. One life to live in is not giving up.
Ow, ow, ow. I like that. I like that. You guys are super fun. This is one of the smoothest episodes I've had by far.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I'm on the couch in the living room hanging out. This is awesome. That's the whole vibe of Mana'o at Home. We wanted to create a platform that was safe for the audience, but at the same time, have you guys just kind of be chilling, doing your thing. So this has been really cool. Thank you so much, Ko. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's all good. Thank you.
We've only got time for one more song. Don't forget, guys, 8th studio album from Innovision's coming out tomorrow. That's October 9th. You can order it on innovisionmusic.com. The best way to follow Koa is definitely his Instagram and Facebook. Man, that boy, I love seeing your I love like your writing sessions, or you're in the car, it's like a day in the life of you, or you're in the studio and you have something to say. It's really nice. Like, you really open yourself up and you're vulnerable to your fans. It's really good. It's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to do better all the time. Just in life in general.
Yes, aren't we all? But it's interesting this year. I think one of the most impressive things about you is you've taken time for that inner wellness and for your artistic wellness, you know, instead of crawling in a ball and, you know, complaining, you're doing the exact opposite. So I think you're a good example for an artist, especially Maui artists. So I'm proud of you.
Right. And
I've just been promoting the music scene for 14 years, and I've seen you grow so much. So it's really impressive. And I'm really happy that you joined us today, and we were able to share all your goodness. This has been really cool.
Thank you. You know, you got to make the best of every situation.
Yes.
That's Innovision, you know, it's always like just making the best of whatever comes.
Well, you definitely have.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you. I love these sounds. And
home in the studio pretty much is not too bad. I go surf, home in the studio, water my plants.
Yeah.
Sing to 'em.
People have it worse. Yeah, people have it worse. What are you going to end with? I mean, this is sad, but what's the last song going to be before we head out?
The last song that I'm going to play is featuring my brothers from the Big Island, the Steppers, and it's called Reggae Lives.
Yay.
So thank you for having me, and thanks everybody for tuning in on Manao Radio, the Instagram Live, everywhere. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I know reggae isn't new to ya, 'cause you've been listening for a while, just like your school teachers. Yeah, just got rockers, dancehall, and jazz, roots, rock, reggae, that make you wave your hands. Swear, from Japan to Amsterdam, every culture jamming to the same rhythm. 'Cause it's the rhythm of love, it's the rhythm of pain, it's the rhythm of unity. We live today. We say reggae music makes us feel like we can't die. To be blessed they get, lift up spiritualities and make our lyrics through the speakers abyss. It's reggae music makes us feel like we can't survive. Through the words and the beat, image out in the street, the speakers abyss, that's where we will be. Hawaiian reggae come a long way, from Hawaiian reggae to the main stage. Yeah, traveling all over the country, still trying to not be so. This sound music, the sounds of our feelings. Maybe you're going through tough time, a time of healing. Now all the boys and girls around the world, let's just make a joyful noise. This reggae music makes us feel like we can't die. To be blessed with the gift, lift up spiritualities and make our ellipses, the speakers of this. This reggae music makes us feel like we can't survive. Through the words and the beat, in the chant in the street, the speakers of this, that's where we will be. Don't waste the time, we have to give thanks. Reggae music, it'll lift this ass. So we say reggae, reggae, live and live once our ancestors once told. See, in the vision, we saw us come together, united by the words of Jah, See us stepping in the right direction with the sounds of reggae. Here we sing this reggae music, makes us feel like we can't die. To be blessed with the gift, lift up spiritualities and we can't
ladies and gentlemen, Koa Lopes from Innovision. We're going crazy over here.
I'm crazy over here.
Crazy. I want to give some special love and aloha to my new friends. I don't even know you guys, but I really like you. We got John, birthday boy in the back, tickling the strings. And we got Preston.
Playing the sanitary wipes, yeah.
Keeping it clean.
Keeping it clean over here.
COVID safe.
Of Innovision. Don't forget, guys, thank you. Always support these artists. These are our Maui artists. We have to support them, especially during these strange days of the music scene. Venmo at Innovision. It's easy peasy. Doesn't take any extra effort, just a little boop, boop, and you can tip and support this local artist. Or order the new album, 2020 Vision, at innovisionmusic.com. Koa, thank you so much.
Thank you, Trish.
This has been great.
Hey, happy birthday, Chino.
Yeah.
Mahalo, you guys.
Right on. Enjoy your mainland adventures and your videos and your listening party this Saturday. We really appreciate your time and energy.
Thank you so much.
Right? What a great set, guys. That was wonderful. Next week, we have Randall Rosepond from the Haiku Hillbillies. We'll be doing some funky soul, rock and roll. He's also a Manawa radio DJ, so that'll be really fun. And then the following week, we have Struck by Seta, born and raised Maui girl who's got fire voice and a lot of passion, and I can't wait to interview her and have her on this show. Don't forget, guys, vote. Vote, 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 vote. That's all I'm going to say. Vote. Okay? And then also, be kind to each other. Good thoughts, good words, good vibes, good deeds. As I say, the answer is love. And I'm just really blessed to have the show and to have you guys listening and tuning in. I'll see you next week, live and lively at 4 p.m. Hawaii time for another episode of Mana'o at Home. I'm Trish da Dish of the Weekly Dish. Thank you, Mana'o Radio, and all the listeners, and Koa Lopes for being such an excellent guest. Keep it real, be kind. Aloha.
Aloha.